Welcome back, everyone. So, I think that today we're gonna build ourselves a small vessel so that we can fly around and gather the materials that we need to exit the atmosphere and eventually build the capital vessel. So, yeah, I've got the building block set up. I think this time, kind of what I would like to do is, in my mind, I kind of have an idea what I want this ship to look like. It's not going to be like super sleek or anything like that, but I do like gull wing designs, so I think that's what I'm kind of going to do. Not sure how it's going to turn out because I never know. But as you can see in my inventory, I got everything we pretty much need. So let's go ahead and I think I'm going to use the drone like I did last time just to be able to get a little bit more of a precise placement on this block, although I never get it right. Like when it looks perfect and you drop it, it's not. It's better this time. It's better this time. Okay, so that means the front of the vessel is that way, but it's not really a big deal because I can just spin it around with the repair tool, so I'm not really worried about that right now. I think I actually am going to build it out this way, so that's fine. No, maybe I will just make the front this way. I mean, there's no reason not to. All right, so let's go ahead and start off by um, building the front out. Boy, that's annoying. Not sure why it likes to do that. So we'll do that. And go and do the exact same thing in the back. We're going to make it a little wider than this, but we're just getting started here. I'd really would like to, so let's see if I get rid of the drone and hop up here. I don't, turn on the jump. I don't know if I can get the symmetry plane working or not. And I think, so if I put a block there, yeah, so that's it. So now I can switch it to YZ. Oops, I didn't really want to put the block there. Yeah, that's what I want. So that's just going to make life a little bit easier when it comes to placing the blocks and making it look the way I want. So let's make it one block wider so it'll be, yeah, it's going to be 4 wide. And then I'm going to start by kind of roughing in the gull wing design. I think I'm going to have the wings, I think it's actually going to need to be a bit longer. So let's go ahead and do that. We can bring her back out here like about like that. That looks pretty good. And then I'm thinking maybe like about halfway the wings will start and then they'll kind of fold down under. So let's, should we use slopes to achieve that? I think that's probably the best bet. Um, so let's get kind of just a contour going and see how it works. So I don't mind if it's a straight line. Um, but yeah, see, this is kind of nice because then I can put the small ramp there. I like that already. And then maybe another ramp. Just kind of getting the contour of what I want the wing to look like. I think I'm probably going to have to, at some point. No, that's not going to work. If we do this, yeah, that'll carry that line out. Excuse me. And then so it's really the inside or the line that I'm worried about right now is in the bottom, and you can kind of see that I've managed to hold that line. And then up underneath here, what we can do right here, I actually can go ahead and place that block. I hope it doesn't pop it up off the other block. It's not good. It's not going to. Sometimes it can think it's interfering and mess things up, but this time it didn't do it. It didn't really move the thing too much. Um, I guess it did shift it a little bit. That's okay. Um, it didn't make it like jump, but I kind of like that line is nice. So I think I'm going to go down just a little bit more. So do a slope. Um, is that going to do the trick? Is that going to keep us in the same line on the bottom? I think what we really need is another one of these ramps turned upside down. And no, because what we'd have to have there, yeah, so that's not going to work. Um, so I think it's going to actually what's going to have to happen is there's going to have to be a block here, a flat block, which will allow me to carry that slope down one more. It's getting a little difficult too because there's no crouch in here. There's no crouch in this game. So I'm going to have to use the drone so that I can get low enough to let it place a block here. So we'll do the I think is this so that slope's going to definitely mess with that line. So what we'd need is this ramp bottom. Yep, there you go. So we're going to continue that line just like that. And I don't mind if it changes at the very end where the legs are going to be. But yeah, see, this is nice. And then right at this bottom where the legs, my landing gear are going to be, I kind of do want it to flatten out. So we'll go with, we don't want that though. We actually want something flat. So we're going to go ahead and just do that as our, nope, that is not what I wanted to do. That was a mistake. And we want, disassemble. And here too. Actually, I don't know why it went two back. All right, so yeah, I guess that's pretty good. And that's where, this is just the line of the wings, and then we'll continue that on for the entire vessel, or at least for this back part. And then, we'll try to do our best to blend them. I'm not the best ship creator, but I just get ideas of what I want things to look like. And yeah, so these are just going to be decorative, so they won't be hollow or anything. But the inside of the ship back here is going to be hollow, and then we'll have just like a ramp coming down. I don't, to be honest with you, I'm probably going to have to create some kind of a ramp that's solid and then add a ramp because this is pretty high off the ground. So like right now, if I remove, yeah, and I'm not even going to need landing gear. To be honest with you, I'll just land on these blocks. Yeah, so let's see. We can take these and continue that slope down. So what did we start with? We started with a ramp slope, I believe. Just kind of want to copy this all the way, well, most of the way, as big as the wing is going to be. I kind of like it going all the way to the back, though. At least this part of the wing. And then we're going to put one of these on like we had. Just like so. And now putting on a slope block all the way across. Yeah, yeah, I like it. Okay, so now we're getting to the part where the upper part of the wing is going to um, change in look. So I kind of want to blend this a little better as well. So let's see, what do we got? Just a straight block here? That doesn't look terrible as long as we blend this part as well. Like I kind of like that. So now we need another upside down ramp bottom, like so. we'll take that all the way back. And a ramp top. And so some of the, and we can tweak on this once I get the basic shape mocked out. This is not a, it's not like a thing that has to remain exactly the same. And then we'll put a cube here. Nope, that's what I'm doing is a mistake. I can, yep. Okay, put a cube here. Need to go down and get rid of these. Okay, so we got rid of those. So now we need, oops. Now we need, I'm down to 34 blocks, so I'm going to need to make more as soon as I finish this. So we need, was that a ramp top there? No, it's just a regular ramp, or regular slope, excuse me. So we need a regular slope coming back to here, and another ramp bottom here, running the length of the wing. Come on. Come on, not, why do you want to go that far? There we go. Then the ramp top, same orientation, so it shouldn't make things any more difficult. Boom. And then finally, I have the blocks there, which I'm not positive I'm going to keep at this point. I kind of think that maybe I should go one block and then another just ramp block to end it. And it looks like I'm completely out. Yeah, so I think now that I can see the whole thing, I kind of want to change the way that foot looks. So first thing we need to do, oops, I ran out somehow. I don't have blocks there, and I'm not sure why. So we got to fix that. First thing I'm going to do is go downstairs and start some more. Um, it's great. This yeah, this thing goes right through the whole world. So I by the way, I went out and got a bunch of copper and silicon. As you can see, this whole row of here is filled, and um, the other constructor over there is all filled. So yeah. Um, so what was I doing? I was going to make some small blocks, right? Small steel blocks. These ones. So we'll make. Let's make like a Control Alt. Make 100 there. And Control Alt. Make another 100 here. Because why not? Oh, here's the Gatling guns. All right. So at least I got 36, so I can finish doing a little bit of this while we wait for those to get created. So yeah, like obviously I'm gonna want to try to make this front, like I'm maybe here I'll feather it in and maybe go like halfway down or just to this point right here, and then see how I can end it, and then go a little bit less, just so I'm creating maybe a 3D line that kind of connects more to the front and the back. So it's not just a sudden stop there, which looks kind of strange. Put those blocks in here. I also have to figure out where I'm going to be putting these engines and stuff, so I haven't thought of that yet. I was thinking maybe putting one of the engines resting up here, because I made the round jet style engines. Maybe that was a mistake. I guess we'll find out when we see them. They may just not fit with the aesthetic at all. And that's fine. I mean, we could change that. It's not a big deal. I have plenty of materials right now, which is the idea, so that I'm not starved for materials. What was I doing over here? Okay, so it looks like everything there is nice. So at this point, I think I want the bottom to be solid. So what I could do is actually use the ramp top, but use it in the proper way. Here's the thing. I do like that kind of that turned up edge there on the bottom, kind of like a gull wing that then turns around at the very end. The problem with that is I won't be able to mount anything there. Um, it It reduces spots where I can put things. Let's put it that way. And it changes this line, although that's not necessarily a bad thing because it's going to change anyway if we use square blocks. What I was thinking is maybe just doing a slope, one slope here, continuing this angle. Let's just try it and see what it looks like. So I kind of like that. I mean, it's simple, but it gives me just like that basic line. Um, yeah, I kind of like it. So what I was thinking is if I, yeah, just a little bit up to here, we start to kind of feather it. So I'll go a little bit down and then I figure out a way to, so using this same, so I can put a block right there and I could, just kind of like looking in my head and wondering how I can change this. So if I put a block here and then a block here, and then this one we continue down just a little farther. So we use the upside down ramp. And one of the ramp tops here. And then we end that with one of the corner blocks. No. I always have trouble figuring out what the alignment on these things is like. So if I do that, and then fill in this corner with just a corner block. Oops, we don't want the large one though, we just want that one. So we're kind of trying to just create a feathered line coming down here. It's still a little, looks a little flat right there. But so now this one is only going to come back to the small ramp right here. Oops, what did I do? That's what I want. And then we'll start feathering it with another corner. Although I do believe that that doesn't quite look right. So what if we use an upside down corner? And that's not going to look right either. So you get into some of these strange corners, and it gets a little tough to figure out exactly what belongs in there. Although there's some guys, when I've watched their videos, that they're just fantastic at it. They can just look at a spot and their brain instantly says, hey, I need to fill it in with this block and in this orientation. And it takes them like next to no time to do it. That's where I'm just kind of like, I'm constantly stumbling around in the dark. Let's see, what if I was thinking something like that and then flipping it this way and then, no, I actually have no clue what I'm doing. If you can't tell. So what if I do something, no, that's not going to work either. The long cut corner's never going to do it. I don't know, that, to be honest with you, that there's a piece that would even come close to fitting into this area that would give me what I'm looking for, which is a line, that follows from here down. What I could do is just put a ramp bottom on there. Uh, What if I put another slope? Does the slope line up? Just a regular slope? Does not line up. It does line up here though. There are drones coming, and guess what? This is kind of a problem because this ship is in the way, and I don't really want my... I don't really want my cannon shooting my ship. Or having its shot blocked by the ship. So what I could do is... So I need to look at it as if this is also an angle, and think how I can continue that angle on. Like so, if I did that, and then put a corner piece in there, oh, I'm out. That will continue that line on, but it doesn't give me the vertical drop. So we'll have to see. I kind of like that. I kind of want to add something down here just to give me a little bit more feathering. I kind of want some of this XP, I'm not going to lie to you. So there's the drones. I think I'm just hitting my own. I'm getting shot. Take that. How dare you shoot me? Alright, well, all those blocks down there should be built. I'm really surprised there's not a third drone. Usually there's 3 drones at this point because we've been being attacked for so long, but apparently not. So there's 120, so that's plenty. But then I went ahead and made another 100. Not sure why that metal component is up there. I still have a decent enough, a decent amount of iron. It's not going to be decent when I start making a capital ship. I'm definitely going to have to mine out some more for that. But so if we put a corner style block in here, I don't think I want a large corner. Yeah, that just protrudes too much. But if we just use a regular corner like that, we get kind of a nice line there. And then I guess I could just use another corner right there. And then we figure out exactly what will fit. If I go like this, that extends that line towards the front. But again, it's kind of, I think what's going to happen is it's going to, there's not going to be a nice curved line from here to here. It's going to have to end up being straight lines. And, that's just what voxel games are like. There's really not much way to get around that. That is the nature of the beast, I'm afraid. So then we just use another slope because that, slope's not going to work. Slope, no go. So what if we put, so if I put a block here, just a straight block, and use a corner slot. The corner slot lines up. You know what? Let's see. Let us see what happens if I drop that block. Do the same thing here because I got to make sure. Something happened here because a whole lot of stuff didn't get done. What did I put in here? What was in here? It was this block? Yes. Alright. So what will fit in there and still look nice? That's the question. So do I put a corner on its side? Let's see, you're never going to get any kind of I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get an angle out of this position. Like I do get a nice line there, which is preferable, and I need to finish this up underneath here. So let's just go ahead and do that while we're looking at it. So that when you're underneath the ship, you don't have these weird, strange lines that make no sense. All right, and then these ramp bottoms got to go in here. Oops. Mm. No, what are you doing? Stop it. Stop being dumb. Uh-oh. My ship fell over. Okay, so I guess it's time to get rid of this block now. Oh, now my ship fell forward. Let's see if I can lift it back up by running underneath it. No, this is going to like make the game explode. What if I jump on top of it like this? Is there a block already damaged? It appears like. Yep. I'm not sure how that probably happened from the drones or me. I should be able to just jump on this. It's going to be so much more difficult to build. What if I put that concrete block back underneath it, but center it a little better? Wonder if that'll kick it up. See, I can't. It's just really no way to center this. Uh-oh. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah, that happened. My small vessel is down there in the ocean. I think my best chance is going to be to I'm going to have to basically put the necessary things on it. Engines, generator and such, and fly it out of there and actually land it back up here. Well, isn't that something? And that, my friends, is why it's still an alpha. Hey, at least it floats, right? Because like it's not sunk to the very bottom. Oh man, that's great. Let's just go ahead and put these thrusters on it. I'm gonna have to put thrusters in every direction. Actually, let's do this with the F5, the drone, so that I don't have to wear a. Hmm. So yeah, I was gonna say, I kind of like that. The double thrusters right next to each other. I actually kind of like it. Um, and then I'm going to need. Well, it's nice to know the drone works underwater. So I'm gonna need a cockpit. So first things first, I'm gonna need a cockpit here in the center. Let's take these color tool and the symbol tool out. We're just putting the necessities on here and trying to fly it back to where it belongs. I need fuel tanks, obviously. I don't need this rocket launcher right now. I need these generators, although I don't need that many. I don't need the door, but I need the rest of the thrusters, which apparently I never made, and I do need some RCS. I never got around to making the rest of the thrusters, so we're going to have to do that. Alright, so we'll put the cockpit up here. This is a rather large cockpit. So I may actually end up having to make this a little larger still. Um, yeah, I may like extend it out into the front a bit. So yeah, I still don't like how that looks. So I'm probably going to tweak on that a little bit. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. There's got to be something I can do to make that be a nice, a different kind of a slope or a forward-facing slope. We'll mess with it. We'll put the generator in here. I'm gonna put this up against the wall. Now I have to be careful because if I wanted to continue this line and not just have it be straight up, which is what it's going to have to be. If this space in the center is going to be hollow, then I've lost a lot of room. So yeah, I'm going to have to work on that. Okay, so that design didn't work. That's fine. I could just salvage all of this and we can start again. It's not a big deal. Actually, I may even just continue building on this, but stretch it out in the center, change the lines a little bit, and then when we come back, I'll present to you the finished vessel. But you kind of you kind of see what I was going for. But yes, until it all went horribly, horribly wrong. But next time we'll have that small vessel ready, and then we will go for our maiden flight and kill some baddies somewhere. So until then, I'll see you next time.